Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Aries EDC and another edition of TNFNU, Thoughts and Feelings and Updates. Today, I just wanted to express my thanks to everybody. It's that time of season, and I guess I don't want to be too super cheesy with this, but, I have to give thanks to all of you. I'm very thankful. I started this project and this whole online thing, just the simple fact to try to sell some of my knives. I was against all social media in the beginning. I never had Facebook, never had Instagram, never had Twitter, or anything. I've never had anything. And then the knife thing came along, and as somebody who needs to sell something, the best way to get yourself out there is social media. So I started Instagram. I always had a YouTube account, but I didn't really do anything with it. And then I started posting stuff on here. And you guys have been so supportive and so helpful, and you motivate me to try to create more content that it's just grown and grown. And I'm just now addicted to sharing my work and sharing some of my loves with you guys. And you guys have always been very thoughtful and given me good feedback, because you always hear all the horror stories of the hate and the evilness that is on the internet, and it is there, but I haven't really received much of it, which has been amazing. And I've only had positive things come of it, so it's been great. I've grown this channel to over 600. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I've been stuck at like 608 for like weeks now. So subscribe. If this is your first time checking in, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot going on. You have to look at all the content. This is just a small portion of the things that I do. And I take it, and even other content creators are now realizing that I'm doing something completely different than everybody else. Everybody else is looking at production stuff and giving the reviews. When I'm kind of looking at that, I would like to do more production stuff, but I'm taking ideas for knives and I'm actually making them. So not a lot of people are doing that and sharing it that I know of. So I'm kind of doing a different spin on it. And it's been fun, it's been rewarding, and I love sharing my work with you guys, because you guys always keep me going, keep me motivated to go on to the next project. So again, I thank you. Keep giving me those positive vibes, because it does keep pushing me forward, and keep spreading the word, trying to grow the channel. So again, thank you, without getting too cheesy about it. So thank you so much. And I continue to want to move forward. So all that out of the way, I want to talk to you guys about some projects that I have going on. As you're watching this, there is a 15% discount on my Etsy store. You just got to go, everything's 15% off. So have at it, get that discount, and have some fun. What's on there, as far as my custom work, is the Crow. So I have, the Crow is still available, 440C steel, hardened 6162 HRC, acid etched stonewashed blade, really great looking blade. The rich light handle scales with the G10, orange G10, and tubes. It has some weight to it, a great little chopper, great little camp knife, great little outdoorsman knife that you could carry with you. Nice sheath. $225 without the discount, so you could put that in. I had the Bloom XL. Came out really nice. You guys had picked the OD Green G10 for the handle scales, and that's what I did. And I went ahead and did the yellow. Hand rub satin finish. It's a great, excellent little blade. 4-finger grip. The blade is still under 3 inches. So most legal in most states, I think. I don't know all the states' rules, but excellent. This is right on the cusp of what I would consider a comfortable EDC carry. and you can scalp carry, you can do anything. And these straps are completely adjustable. There's a screw, and then you can loosen it, and you can take the strap and move it up here. There's also these holes, and you can make that longer or shorter, however you want. So the straps are really adjustable to whatever your need is. So, and this one was $170, I think. $170, so whatever the discount puts it to. And finally, as far as my custom work goes, I have the Obsession, that is Damascus. So you have the Damascus Obsession with the curly maple handles. This thing came out really good. Nice thick handle to get in your hand. Nice little Skinner shaped blade. This is my model that kind of started it all. That Damascus came out really nice. It still has some sheen to it, but I got that nice acid edge to it. So this thing came out really, really good. Really proud of the way that thing came out. So excellent little EDC sized Skinner with the cool Kydex that almost looks like leather, but it is a Kydex sheath. Nice and tight. It's not coming out. It's not rattling. I figured out how to fix that. So very good. This one was $195 on the Etsy store. So not a bad deal for a Damascus, custom Damascus blade. For $195, it's not too bad. So those are the things I have on the Etsy store. I have a Bestech sledgehammer, a Reich 801, and a CRKT Pilar 2 in D2, all blacked out, and I have all those on the Etsy store as well. Just trying to thin out the collection a little bit, get some of the production stuff out of the way. So those are what's on the store. Please go check it out. It is live as you're watching this. So I'll put the link in the description. It's also in my bio. So or you just go to Etsy and search Aries EDC. There aren't many of us, that's for sure. You're going to find one, hopefully. Just me. Upcoming projects. Let's talk about upcoming projects because you guys are always pushing me forward, pushing me to do new things, pushing me to become better as a maker. And you guys also reach out because you want some things made. So that's cool. So the next one up, before I get to that, let's share the ones I'm in progress with. The mini gargoyle, the blade's all taped up. This thing is all cleaned up. Is because I've been doing the sheath. So I have the sheath started on this guy. It's going to be, once the sheath is done, then I'm going to acid etch it and stone wash it. The customer wants that nice dark acid etch, so I'm going to do my best to get it as dark as possible. But this thing is really, I can get 4 if I squeeze. But this thing is, I'm going to have to make another one of these, which I'm going to. The Damascus column, I got it all cleaned up after heat treat. Don't mind the marker. I'm getting the handle scales prepared, but this thing, yeah, it came out really good. No issues. This is the one that had the D-lambs. If you remember, I grinded it all out and it actually turned out pretty good. There's no issues with that at all. So it's going to be comfortable. Got some really cool plans for the handle. If you watched the live stream or you were part of the live stream, I kind of shared what I was going to do with that, but don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. It's going to be a really cool project. I'll tell you that much. So I'm finishing those two up. The mini gargoyle really won't take long. Once the sheath is done, all I have to do is acid etch it, prepare it, and put an edge on it, and it's done. So that thing is right there at the cusp of being done. The column's going to take a little work because I got to do the handle and shape all the handle out. I have to acid etch this one and then do coffee etching and everything else. It's the same Damascus, same bar as the Mini Obsession. So I want to get that same nice dark look on this one as I did on that. And hopefully it'll turn out really, really well. So really looking forward to getting that one done. I have some really cool plans that I want to do for that. It's going to look nice. So what's coming up next? So I have a lot of things coming up. People have been reaching out and they want to do projects, and I'm all about doing the projects and giving things a try to see if it works. But one thing I am not is a production factory. So even for me to say I'm going to do a small batch of something that's like a one-off thing. Like the yolk dough, I have to make 4 of those. And my plan on the yolk doughs is in January. So I have, once I'm done with the 2 I just shared with you, the mini gargoyle and the column, I have 5 blades that I want to get done before the end of the year. Fingers crossed, no pressure. But I have some time off coming up in December, and I know I'm going to be able to get a bunch of work done. I have the next 3 or 4 days off, so I know I'm going to get a bunch of work done this weekend. But I want to give myself a goal of January, getting those yolk doughs in a good spot. And then I've had some other people reach out and they want to do some collab projects. And that's cool. I'm all about doing some collab projects, but you guys know I'm honest. I'm a small time maker, and I have the smallest machines possible to make the knives that I make. So really, I can't I can't commit to making 10 blades in a month to put out a small batch. I might commit to 2, but not that many. So I might not be the right guy. I might not be the right guy for every project. I'm honest about that. All right. So moving on. So the next one on the block to get cut out is the thorn. Got to make another thorn. The person who wants this is going to be stainless. Our buddy, our friend, our pal, Jim Miller. He is the proud owner of the blue rock hopper that was seen on Knives Fast. So thank you, KC, for all the kind words. But he purchased that, and he's enjoying that. And he's enjoying it so much, he wants a thorn that's in all the exact same things. So he wants a thorn to match his rock hopper. So I have the blue G10. I have some of the gray tubes still. I have gray Kydex. So I'm going to make Jim his thorn. So that's going to get started here in the next couple weeks. Possibly by the end of this weekend, I'll get this cut out and started. So keep an eye on that. And then I haven't done these 2 in a while, and it's time for me to make them. But I have to make a bloom, regular bloom, and a petal. So I have the petal, the bloom, and then you see the bloom XL. So that one gets a little bit bigger. So the bloom is, I'll pull out my bloom so you can see it, but my bloom is rough. But that's kind of the shape of a bloom. Nice small little EDC blade. So I'm going to be doing the bloom, and then the size smaller is a petal. And so I have them drawn out and cut out, or drawn out and ready to go. So I just have to cut this out. This is going to be EDC RV2, 1/8 inch thick steel. And I have an idea for this. And you guys tell me what you think. I've been playing with the idea in my head, trying to figure out how I'm going to make it happen, because it's going to be kind of tough for me to remember to do it. But I want to time lapse, start to finish a blade, and time lapse every little part. But that's difficult because some things only take a very short period of time. So on a time lapse, it's going to be like, done. But what do you guys think? I would love to do a time lapse from, obviously I've already drawn it, but cutting it out, shaping it, beveling it, drilling the holes, heat treating, everything else that I want to do to the blade to do that. Fitting the handles, shaping the handles, blah, 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 all the things. And what do you guys think? I think it's a really cool idea. It's just on me to remember to set up the camera so I can film it every time. And hopefully it goes right, because I've set this thing up before for time lapse and it ended up being in slow motion. That sucked, because once the work is done, it's done. I can't go back and redo it. But so I'm gonna commit to at least the Petal and the Bloom, or maybe both, doing time lapse on those from start to finish. The only thing that obviously I'm not going to do is drawing it out on the steel. So hopefully I'll do that. I'm excited about that project. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And then the last two of the year, I love that mini gargoyle so much. I want to make another one. So I'm going to make a mini gargoyle and then a naked column, another naked column. I know I have some buyers for the naked column. So I want to make another naked column, and I'm going to make another mini gargoyle just because that thing is pretty sick. And I want to do a different, not different, I've done it before, but I want to do some different finishing on one of those to make it look a little bit different than everything else. So that's what I have. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the positive vibes and the positive comments that you guys give. Some of it is probably not deserved. The whole works of art thing, that's a stretch. There's a lot of other people that are making works of art that are far better than what I'm doing. But they have all the machines and everything to be able to do it. I'm very simple. And time consuming wise, I take my time on things, you know. Like I said, earlier this week, I went to that meeting. It wasn't a show. I guess I misspoke in the video that I put out. I didn't go to a show. I went to it was just a meetup. And at the meetup, people lay out all their knives and we talk about knives, and there's old school makers in there and everybody. It's a fun time. The show is January. So if you are in the Orlando area or the Central Florida area or in the Florida area, there's a really cool small knife show, knife centric, just knives, in Lakeland called the Gator Cutlery Club. And I will put links and stuff out there closer to that event, but I plan on going. I don't have a table. I've been asked to put a table up and I'm just not ready. I'm totally not ready for that, but I don't have the inventory to set up a table. But it's a really cool show. There's some old school makers, some new school makers, and everything else. So, you know, I get to go and do those things and it's fun. People don't understand my aesthetic mostly. I know it's a little different when I'm just making little EDC stuff like the flamingo. When you have a traditional knife maker with leather sheaths and bushcraft knives and everything else, and then they see this, they kind of look at it and they're like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And I'm like, yeah, I know you don't get it. It's okay. But it is what it is. But I have my aesthetic. They appreciate the work, but they don't necessarily understand what I'm doing. Like the comment that said he didn't understand Kydex because it makes a noise when you come out. So if you're sneaking up behind somebody, it's going to make a noise. And I'm like, well, why would you be sneaking up behind somebody to cut them? I question you now. So, my opinion. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm babbling now, so I need to stop. Anyway, I went to that show. I went to that meeting. See, that's where I mess up. I went to the meeting. It was a great meeting. It's fun, and I get to see people who really make works of art, like the stuff that they're making, compound grinds, perfect hand sanding, perfect polishing, perfect everything. And then I look at my work and I'm like, that's not good. And so to say I'm an artist and a work of art, that's a stretch, but you guys have your opinions and I love your opinions. But thank you again. You guys are amazing. I would have nothing without you guys supporting the channel, going on to live streams, pushing my stuff, pushing my pages. It's been awesome. So please continue to do it because I want to get some of the other influencers to talk about what I'm doing. I might have a collaboration coming up with one of them very soon, which I'm kind of looking forward to. Just small thing. So we're gonna see if that works out. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm excited about it because it's something different, something new. The Yokdo collab was awesome, and I'm looking forward to get that started. I got those 4 blanks sitting out there staring at me every day, and I'm like, I gotta get it started. I can't wait to get them started. So but I want to get these other 5 done, 6, 7. Yeah, these 7 blades done. And then I'm going to move on and start the new year right. So anyway, guys, please subscribe, like, leave a comment or not. That choice is yours.